Go ahead, do your announcements. By the way, I will be all
Please.
over the city doing stand up. Me and Hardy is going to be. If now is the best time to see open mic stand up because me and Hardy are rocking and rolling on the open mics.
I was getting a lot of prep. Okay. You should have started this.
Subs, go.
You should have started. All right, listen.
Have you had? Do you like grapefruit?
Listen to me, all right? Tobin's taking shots at me again. Give me a second. Give me a second to process your shots fired. All right. Subscribe.
Let's give Hardy a minute to get his thoughts together.
No, my thoughts were together. Here we go. You do this. You got to do this now.
Already a minute in.
You got to do this now.
All right, like, subscribe, comment. Tell us what you think about Hardy. Fire some shots at Hardy in the comment
shots
section.
fired.
Tell him he needs to either talk more or less. He'll love that type of comment. And tell all your friends. Like if you're about to sit down at dinner with your family,
Yeah.
throw the volume at a nice little 3 or 4 background noise. You can listen to us talk.
Yeah. Miller was
That actually be a pretty good dinner pod, where it's background noise to a dinner. If your family's kind of awkward and you don't like to talk, you could listen to us.
Yeah, subscribe, hit the
We
button.
should rebrand.
We're at 44, which is great.
By the way, I've got some
People
intel on
watching.
how we're actually getting those 44 subscribers. But maybe I'll tell you guys
No,
after.
That's not good.
No, it's funny.
That's not good.
My brother that lives in Columbia, South Carolina, has been
Yeah.
plugging it to everyone he meets.
Mm-hmm.
He will grab their phone, log
Yeah.
into YouTube. So a lot of those subscribers are people in Columbia, South Carolina.
okay.
Shouts.
Yeah.
Go
You're
ahead.
not impressed. You're not impressed with my my number, my getting
Your number of sets per week?
You're not pumped up for me?
I'm very impressed by 11
Okay.
sets this week,
Thanks, buddy.
especially for you.
No, you
I'm
don't need to
kidding.
qualify
I
it.
was kidding. I was
You're
kidding.
the
That's
worst.
a joke.
You
I-
are.
I think it's fantastic. That's over 2 spots. That's around a little under 2 spots a night.
I can't win with you.
You can when you've won.
No,
11's
no.
great.
All right, good. Thank you.
And you've gone up every day.
Yeah.
You haven't missed one day.
No, yeah.
What are you doing? Are you going
I
to
was
Chaos
pumped.
today?
I was pumped. I don't know. I was pumped to tell you about it, but you shot me down. So now I got to bounce back. Now I'm way down here. You know, you just immediately swatted me down.
11's great.
Yeah, but you one upped me.
Yeah, I did 14.
Yeah, you one upped me.
But I've also been in the you took like a mini hiatus.
Yeah, well, not really.
So you can't
Not
you
really,
can't
but-
complain. You can't expect to be doing as many sets as a stallion like me.
Yeah.
By the way, me not getting on that open mic was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I got up at the stand. Shout outs to Schwartz and Samaha. Did you whisper in Schwartz's ear to put me up, or was that all Schwartz?
No, but he did ask me first. He was like, "Yo, should I?" I was like,
And what'd you
I was like-
say?
I was like, "Dude."
You're like,
come on." I was like,
"Nah."
"Of course." No, I always say yes.
No matter who,
Yeah.
or for
Yeah,
for
because
me?
when he asks, it usually just means he wants to do it anyway. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, do it."
All right.
That's what I say to anyone who second guesses himself. I just say yes.
Yeah. But enough about stand up, right? This isn't a
I
stand up
didn't want
pod.
to. Yeah.
You got a juicy story.
No, I just wanted you to rep me a little bit instead of
Yo, guys.
antagonistically
Guys, hey, look at me in the
attacking me.
eyes. Look at me in the eyes.
Just a little. Yeah, no, that's
Maddie,
sick, dude.
Matt Hardy
You know,
is out in the streets, dominating stand-up
You
comedy,
know.
doing very compelling material. I've seen it firsthand.
you know.
So if you wanna catch a glimpse of Hardy, drop
We are
in the
not
comment section.
in competition,
He will reply.
Yeah.
Didn't you ask me how much I got up? I didn't bring up a competition. Didn't you ask me how many times I got up?
No.
after you said 11?
I forgot. I was just pumped up. I forgot about the Zing City. You zinged me into. I'm just telling you what happened.
This is
You
the
gotta
Catholic
be-
pod.
You have to be more cognizant because you zinged me. So now I'm like, I'm trying to bounce back from your immediate zing, and it's gonna take a minute. Like I don't know what else to tell you. I'm a very sensitive guy. You gotta watch.
Samaha, it sounds like Samaha wants to say something.
Well, I'd like to see some resilience here from Hardy and see how he bounces back.
Yeah, you've been on
Yeah.
the streets, dude. You should be zing proof now.
I am mostly zing proof, but this is a different. If we were out in the streets, I would be zing proof. I
Right.
wouldn't care.
This is a safe space.
That's right. I've given you access to a certain side of me that's different from zing streets. Right? This is a family pod. This is not zing city land.
This isn't dinner material. This isn't
Yes,
what you would listen
no.
to while eating
That's
dinner
what I'm
with your
saying.
family. You're right.
I've given you a certain
You're right.
level of importance.
Truce?
That's all I needed. I really don't need much. My bounce back's quick. A simple, oh, yeah, I got it.
I
My
almost
bad.
feel like you've already bounced
My bad.
back.
I am feeling infinitely better than even 3 minutes ago. I feel
Bounce back.
much better already. That's right. I already
This
feel...
is a clip. This is a great clip. Hardy,
No,
Hardy
do not
getting
use
zinged.
this.
Hardy getting zinged, and then being down, and then it just slowly 2 minutes later. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better now.
I feel great. I feel fantastic now.
That's the
We
clip.
had... I
You don't even need
like,
a podcast anymore. It's already done.
No. I like you've been a very good influence with me too because you've helped me speak my mind a little bit more.
Yes.
So that I'm not so like resenting. Like, okay, I'll just say how it made me feel.
Yeah.
And we'll bounce back. Right? Here we are. We're cruising, right? We can begin the pod. Hit the like button, the subscribe button.
Hardy's gonna hit up Samaha and be like, just cut it.
Yeah.
Cut out the first 6 minutes.
That's already been a recommendation several times. Dude, I can't stand. By the way, just inside, it is the worst time for New York. Like this weather and Sunday. It's like Mardi Gras in New York right now. Like the brunch hour.
Well, it's
On a Sunday.
It's St. Patty's Day.
Dude, it's
It's
terrible.
St. Patty's Day weekend. I didn't
Yeah.
understand that St. Patty's Day was like a full 3-4 days. I thought it was just
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day.
That's what I
Trickles into
thought.
the weekend.
Did you
so,
wish
Yeah,
Patty Clips a happy St. Patty's Day?
hate it.
Oh, that's brilliant. Did you do that?
Yeah, I saw he posted
Many
on
people
Instagram.
have wished me a happy St. Patty's Day who haven't even ever wished me happy birthday.
He posted on Instagram how
That's
pissed he was,
insane.
and then after I watch, I go, "Oh, how rude of me! I forgot to wish you a happy St. Patty's Day."
It's already kind of a bad joke.
And I'm not Irish, like whatsoever.
Yeah. But these like brunch biddies in the streets are full of women just catching up on
Why
years of their lives.
is
Do you know
that a
what I'm saying?
bad thing?
It's just obnoxious. It's obnoxious.
That's
to, like,
always
walk
been.
around.
It's
No,
always
no.
this is how life has
Yeah,
always been.
no, on brunch time
Right.
in New York for sure.
Right. I can
Yeah.
think of no worse thing that I honestly think you'd have to pay me probably $500 to do a Sunday bottomless mimosa brunch.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
It's
to
terrifying.
do bottomless mimosas on a Sunday, and then
Yeah.
your hangover starts hitting around like 5-6 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then you have like the Sunday scaries where you're like, tomorrow
Yeah.
I have to wake up at 7 to go to work, and then you're hungover Monday.
Yeah. Or if you're like me, you do cocaine that night.
Right.
So then you don't ever have to think about the come
Former
down.
you, just to clarify.
Oh yeah, and by the way, Miss Miller, you know what? I never said any of that.
Mom.
I have never been a crazy person. I've never dealt with any demons. I don't have depression.
Is a Catholic pod.
This is a PG pod. If you'd like the deeper cuts,
You got when I pulled out the cigarette, you got to blur that on the on the
yeah.
podcast.
oh, that would be nice. That might settle my stomach.
Dude, we start blurring random shit on the video, so people are like, "What the hell is that?"
Blur my
yeah,
seltzer?
yeah, blur the seltzer,
Oh shit!
so people
he's
think you're
boozing.
relapsing.
That's pretty funny. Could you do that for the clip, Patty? Dude, that would be sick.
Dude, we start doing blurred
blur
clips,
out something
blurred
in
lines.
yeah, like right
And just
here.
overlap blurred lines
Here,
by
right here,
whatever the
and
guy's
then-
name is. Blurred line, it'll be us boozing. Here we go.
Dude, the great, yeah.
Do
We
one
should
of
implement
those.
maybe paper bags.
Oh
That'd
yeah,
be
that's
pretty
pretty
sweet.
funny.
Yeah, but then
Maybe
you
next week.
blur out paper bags. It's unnecessarily blurred out. It's just a brown blob.
That's like us blurring out paper bags.
Samaha's starting to get it.
Yeah.
Samaha's getting in the baby shower groove.
That's the most baby shower idea in a while. That shit's dumb. Oh my god, we gotta.
I thought you were about to say dope. That
No,
shit's dumb.
When was the last time you guys had a brown bag drink?
which one?
Wednesday night, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, you brown bagged it Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
How did that go? Was the stand good?
That's where we're going back in the
Oh,
pen.
well, I thought that maybe was the sand.
No, there's nothing.
Oh,
no,
okay.
there's nothing.
Yeah, you
about
said
the
it went
stand.
well. Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah,
but,
that's good.
Then I went to a show after at 9 o'clock. It was a shit show.
Yeah, you told
It
me
was
about
like 6
that.
people. No, it was one of the worst.
Yeah,
You had 12
yeah.
comics on the lineup. Michigan. You went to
Yeah.
Michigan, right?
Yeah. Won
March,
yesterday.
do you follow March Madness?
Yeah, watch the game.
Duke, baby.
Yeah, what's going on with them? Are they doing well?
They're playing today against Michigan State. My mom's alma
Oh,
mater
wow.
versus my dad's alma mater.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
They've got
that's
both
Michigan
flags
State.
flying in Savannah right
That's
now.
a big game. That's a rivalry too, kind of Duke Michigan.
They play a
State.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to bring up March Madness. I feel like you probably have some crazy March
I
Madness
love.
stories.
I have some pretty crazy March Madness Michigan stories. I love March Madness. But
have
I'm
you
like,
watched anything yet?
yeah.
this year?
Yesterday I was screaming at the TV. I'm a yeller. I'm the guy people like are embarrassed to be around. Don't I'm the guy yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
Like, do you?
Who
I
are
get
you, who are
intense.
you watching with?
Some of my college buddies.
College buddies?
Yeah.
Do you have like a Michigan State jersey or anything like that? You got
No, I
like
have
the
a
yellow
Michigan
Wolverines.
Yeah. I mean, I have a jacket. I have like a cool football jacket.
Yeah.
Like a old school bomber. Like looks like an assistant coach jacket.
I always like the move where you wear a jersey from another sport. Where like it's
Yo, that's a
it's Michigan
nice
basketball,
move.
you show up with a Michigan hockey jersey.
Yes, that's a move.
I like that move.
That's a great move.
But I'm repping the Grayson Allen today.
Is he? But he was a great player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
4-year
yeah.
player.
I always
tripper.
liked Duke. My problem is I didn't get into Duke.
Yeah, I didn't get in either.
So-
Did I tell you about my application? You know, like you have to fill out essay.
Yeah.
My essay was talking about how I was going
You
to
just,
walk
like,
onto
lying?
the Duke basketball team.
You did
I
not.
swear to God, that was my whole essay. They're like, "What are you going to bring to Duke?" It was like something like that, and everyone was like, "Well, I have a penchant for mathematics and this and that." And I was like, "I have trained every day for the past 2 to 3 years in Simsbury, Connecticut, at the local YMCA. I'm 6'7", 175 pounds. I've got I shoot 33% from 3-point range.
On the year.
I go at the end of the essay. There's just a YouTube URL to my highlight reel. Feel free to pass along to Coach K.
You just. Do you gonna say
The
that?
essay
Were you
is
gonna
just
say something?
stats. The essay is just stats. It's not any words. It's just my stats.
Yeah. It's like a little picture. It starts with your bio.
Yeah, scouting report.
Tobin is a stretch for.
That would have been so killer. I would let that guy in. If I was an essay reader,
I think that's pretty sweet.
yes, I would be like, this guy's got balls, man.
I do think you do need to write an essay though.
Yeah.
I am kind of like, if you just give your stats, they're going to be like, this guy's also kind of mentally challenged.
If you give the stats and at the end it goes, and if this didn't work, you turn to the next page and it's like a legit essay.
Yes.
But I will deduct the word count from the stats.
Yeah, you go
I'm
like
not doing a full.
You're like, oh yeah, you go like, speaking of basketball, this has taught me many a great lesson about life.
yeah. Speaking
then
of
you
my
go
80
into yeah,
speaking of my 87% free throw percentage, that was my grade point. That was my average grade in math. And then I do my academic stats.
then you go.
That's a full stat. What other stats could you do?
There are his other stats. I'm not even going to say them.
This is how
This
how
is
many
a Christian
times.
pod.
This is how many times I went to church this year.
Yeah, this is how many women I've slept
51.
with.
Yeah. 0. I'm Catholic.
This is how many times I went to mass. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's
51 out of
brilliant.
52. I only missed 1 week.
Yeah. About that 1 week I missed mass. It was a very
Demonstrated.
difficult, challenging
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
You need to get into a little bit like there was a storm brewing, and I knew I would have to step up to my academic duties.
Right. It was a full snowstorm blizzard. I made it
Yes.
halfway, but I had to turn around.
Dude, those essays were so fucking stupid. Do you remember attempting those?
Yes.
They were
stupid.
terrifying. Like, I don't think there's as much weight on them now. I think they kind of realized over time, the schools, they were like, the essay is like a pretty dumb way to judge people. I don't
Also,
hear people
anyone could
talking.
write it. It's not like they're
Yeah,
watching you
yeah,
write
right.
the essay. Your mom writes it.
Or an older brother or sister.
Right.
That was a big trend
Yeah.
I saw. It was like, oh, my older brother wrote it. He's in Brown. I'm like, fuck. This is bullshit.
My sister went
just-
to Duke. I should have just like
Yeah, you should have.
instead of Meredith, Tobin. Just literally substitute every.
You're just hitting up your CO Meredith. I really need you to do
Yeah.
this essay. Do you mind? I had people just lying.
Of course.
I had one buddy just straight up lie about like some pretty some pretty serious
Dean's List.
or just like stuff happening in his life that like made his life actually worthwhile, like in the eyes
Because
of
it wasn't worthwhile
yeah.
before.
Yeah. No, like if you're like a straight white guy from Connecticut,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of stuff like things to write about that make you seem, especially now, to make you seem like anything sort of like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That'd be
Like,
a cool essay, 2 truths and a lie.
yeah, yeah, like yeah.
So the essay person's
Yeah.
like, wait, what? They're just like
yeah.
floated in some additional ridiculous thing.
Yeah, it's like 3 paragraphs. Seltzer break. We got to cheers out the seltzer break. Seltzer break.
This podcast is not brought to you by or refreshing seltzer
Yeah.
Oh,
water.
I gotta bleep that out. Sorry. Gotta bleep that out.
We actually have to bleep that out.
We said not brought to you by.
Dude, this is a great clip. Where's the clip at? Legendary.
Dude, we should do a full clip where everything's beeped. None of it's audio.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
just
yeah.
going, motherfucker.
I would love that. What were you going to say about March Madness?
I was hoping you had some crazy stories, but I do.
Oh.
You do have a story that we have to get to, by the way.
Do I?
Yeah, the texting story.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the
yeah,
issue:
yeah,
is that
yeah,
so
yeah.
much time
I
has
know.
lapsed where it
I
lost
know.
its luster a little bit. I feel
There is a
like.
little
You got to dig deep
luster.
for this one.
There's a little luster lost, but we can mine it.
All right, boom.
You know,
I'm ready to mine. I'm excited because it's still fresh in mind. There's been a lot of,
He goes, it's still fresh.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, how do I want to? I like to Quentin Tarantino. Should I?
Would you like me to start it?
Why don't you start it? Yeah. Why don't you tell
So
them what you were
we
thinking?
were at a
yeah.
mic on Sunday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I left the mic, and then you were there with Tom Luciano and Juan Nicolao.
Yes.
And then you went to get food after the mic with Tom Luciano
Yeah.
and Juan
Yeah.
Nicolao.
Yeah. Burritos.
Burrito. You got a veggie burrito?
We went and got
Are
Mexican.
you off your diet?
Sometimes, yeah.
Dude, I had halal guys last night.
There,
like,
yeah. I knew
midnight.
you to go. There you go.
I had a spicy chorizo sandwich today for breakfast.
Yeah, not entirely, but at times. So we went to this place nearby the mic, sit down and hang. You know, hanging's a big deal in the comedy scene.
All right, come on.
You know, you're like I like to set this. I like to set the stage. So now let me just tell people. So I probably haven't. Was that last year? I don't think I've gone on a date since in 2 years. Since the summer, not last summer, the summer before.
Yeah.
I haven't been on a date.
And this is
I'm just being
this
real.
is self-imposed too, ladies. Ladies at home.
Oh yeah, I have no insecurity around
Right.
it. Okay?
Hardy could get you if he wanted.
Yeah, oftentimes the problem is I need to shut it down a little bit, or else it's a
You have
little
an
too
addictive
easy.
you have an addictive personality. Is that what you're saying?
I definitely
you were
have an
saying you
addictive
need-
personality. Yes, I'm in recovery for
Yeah.
that. But yes, it's not so. And I don't even know if it's self-imposed as much as I just like haven't been focused on it.
Yeah. Right.
Self-imposed is I got yeah. So yeah. But there was someone out in California that I was really digging. So there was one lady. So anyway, Miller's been going on. We all know this. We've been watching the pod. Miller's been going on like period, you know, his Hinge dates. And I sort of kind
By
of
the way, I deleted
I
Hinge
don't know, you know.
just to
Clip it.
interrupt.
Clip it.
Just to interrupt and all you ladies out there. I'm off. You had your chance. I'm off the apps.
Yes, yes. Well, this is good for the story because this was a
I'm
real
going all natural. That's the way it happens.
This was a real live. I wanted to see if I still had it.
Butterflies.
Yes. Execute. This is an old school execute. So
That's a good clip. Whenever like I feel like there's a clip going, I'll do some motion so that Samaha can do some boom 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 with the
yeah.
with the camera.
With the camera work. So
Samaha's like, fuck, Miller's doing now. I gotta do extra work with this ba-bum thing.
the best thing is like half the things he knows he doesn't need to clip. It's just us fucking yelling over here like
I mean, we've got a good like 7 clips already. It's only been 22 minutes.
yeah, it can't be accurate. I've felt a couple times. One time in Nantucket, there was this beautiful girl that I let slip through my fingertips, and I've been mourning that. I haven't forgotten.
This is in California
No, this was in Nantucket last year.
last summer.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
went on a date with her?
No, she slept through the like I didn't say anything to her.
You saw her.
Yes, and I didn't say hello, and I felt like there might have been a little something.
Where was it? Was it a coffee shop?
Yeah, it was. I got
Or
up.
on the beach?
No, it was like in the town. Beautiful day, early morning, ice are in the system. Beautiful.
Dude, I'm coming out to Nantucket with you this summer, dude. I'm coming out to Nantucket.
Clip
with you.
it.
8. That's number 8, baby. I wish we could smoke darts in here.
Oh my God, I would love to have a dart right now. So I let this lady, beautiful sundress, gorgeous woman. I even like walked with her a block. Because I
Oh,
was,
gee.
yeah. I could be a
Before you-
little
you didn't-
stalkerish.
yeah.
I don't ever like. Okay, everyone. Like
Bleep
it's
that.
yeah. Clip it 9.
9.
if sometimes for a guy, like if a woman's like really, really beautiful, you sort of short circuit and you kind of just the animals. I gotta get a good look.
Right.
You know, I'm just telling the ladies out there, I'm sure they probably, and then you bail, you know, or you're like, if you work up the courage, you maybe say hello. And then she ran into this like market to get stuff. And I'm like in
And
the
you go, perfect. I need to go to the market.
That's what I'm
as well.
saying. I'm in the market like looking at like berries and I'm like, I'm not fucking getting anything here.
It's like feeling avocados.
That's the perfect place to go if you need to waste time.
You're like, I'll see her at that. I know she's grabbing an avocado. I'll see her there.
So I lose her. And like a fucking idiot, I don't know, I lost her somewhere between the avocados and the berries, and I'm like, great. So then I just fucking give up, and I go on with my day. But not one day. I was like, okay, Matt, you gotta step up a little bit here, right? Like once in a while, when the feeling comes, you gotta stick.
Just to backtrack, have you ever? So I asked you if this girl was on the beach or in the town.
Yeah.
The beach is like impossible, right?
There was another girl at the beach.
But you can't go
And
up to
I
a
didn't
girl
dare.
at the
I
beach.
really didn't. I think she was with her family.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
I wasn't even totally sure about. Sometimes I got to be honest with you. I'm not even totally. I'm a little nervous about. Like, unless a girl's sometimes like 30, it's sometimes hard to tell if they're 27 or 20.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was also just like, families are. I'm not going to say hot. Like, no, I'm over here. I'm clearly like I'm reading. I'm 36. Like I was just like, I'm not doing
You're
that.
lemon now.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, because there's a lot of young people hanging out.
Right. Are the
At
beaches
Nantucket.
packed in
Yes.
Nantucket?
And there's lots of younger. It's like very. I think it's people like summering. They like rich people.
Right.
Yeah. And there's all these beautiful women and guys. It's like they're all hanging out, driving Jeeps around, surfing. They're very cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're so cool that you're not gonna like.
I'm coming, dude.
Yo, dude, come. We're going back this year, so I'm not even kidding you. Like, I'll talk to my parents. We have a house. Like, if you come up for a night or two,
I'll sleep in the tent out
dude.
back.
No, you'd have a pullout.
All right.
You'd have a pullout.
We'll pod.
Yeah, dude, that would be
Smaha,
fucking
clips.
legendary. Dude.
We'll helicopter clips out. The weatherman.
Oh, dude. We'll have to see if I have room for clips.
I think my brother, as I was telling, I think my brother. I don't know whether this is actually accurate or
Yeah.
not. I think I recall my brother. When we go to Canada every year. It's like
Oh, you do
it's
go
like
to
a beach.
Canada? Oh, so it's the same thing then for.
But it's very sparse. There's not as much like action.
Yeah.
It's like each family has.
Not as much action.
You know what I mean? But I think I remember watching. Me and my uncle were on top of the bluff, and my brother went and hit on a girl, and me and my uncle were watching, and we're like, "No way, is he doing this?" And I think he got her number, and they like hung out
Let's
that
go.
night.
Oh, you
I
did.
think
Okay.
so.
Okay.
I think
Because-
I'll have to ask him.
I'll tell you right now, just to bring it back a little, Juan and Tom had no idea I was doing this.
Right. So
That's how
let's go back.
expert
Yeah.
this was. Like, this was an expert.
Well, that's a smart move because if you
Yes.
start telling your friends during
No.
the initial stages, they'll psych you out, and you'll feel like it's just more pressure.
That's right. That's right.
And the
those-
victory is so much sweeter if it comes out of nowhere to them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
yes.
They're like, "What did
like
you do?"
outs. That's right. That's what it was like because they were outside.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So they didn't even know, right? So
All right. Well, bring us back. So
Yeah.
you're eating.
So I lose the Nantucket girl, and
Right,
here I am
right.
years later, or a year later now, having lunch or having this like late lunch. There was one girl I got her number, but it was a long time back too. And nothing became of that. I told that story on here.
Now we're reciting all the times that we've gotten numbers.
Because you got to really know, like I'm trying to make you really know like what's on the line here.
Right.
I haven't gone for a I haven't
Right.
gone in a long time. I don't even know what kind of moves I still have, right? Like,
Yeah.
how's my handle? Am I going to dribble it out of bounds? Like, I didn't even think it was going to happen. So I start feeling it coming because I'm like we're like having food. She's coming over. Great smile.
She's the waitress.
Yes. Very attentive.
And what? Let me ask you this.
Latin, which is
Right.
like beautiful, like very gorgeous woman, at least in my opinion.
Shouts.
Shouts Maria,
Maria.
which I found, but I'm starting to feel. I didn't notice at first. I was just like kind of having a. What were you gonna say?
So Tom Luciano and Juan Nicolone
Yeah.
are very.
Yes, thank you for
I
setting
don't know
the
how to
stage.
fully. I don't know how to fully.
I'll say
I don't
they
know
go
how to.
on lots of dates, and
They're very
they're
alpha. They're
yes,
very
aggro.
sexual,
They like
physical guys. You know what I mean?
Clip it.
They're very.
they're macho, they're suave.
So I could
they
see
go on
them.
dates.
I could see them throwing some moves on this girl
Dude.
as she's taking the orders.
These-
Did that take place?
These guys, you know what? Tom did.
Yeah.
Wait, I just want to say this too before I go forward. These guys have like biceps.
Yeah, Tom
They're ripped.
Luciano was on the Duke baseball team.
Yes. Okay.
Juan
is a
Niccolone
six-pack.
was like a naked
Yes.
male model.
He was a nude model
He
for
was
a while.
nude model that would do like the Hercules stance and people would draw him. And he's from Uruguay. He's got an accent.
And then little old me.
Not to say that you're a small
No.
fish.
This is a good.
I don't
you're
want to
setting-
zing you.
No. This is not my sensitive area. Listen to me. You got to set the stage. This is a brilliant stage set, right? I'm an attractive guy, but I'm attractive in like not in like a athletic way.
Right.
It's a different way. Like so.
Your attractiveness
Feature-
hits deep.
Yes. There's a deep.
There's
a deep cut.
if you penetrate the armor, it goes right to the soul.
Yes, but I'm up against these fucking hot body,
Right.
Surface level guys.
Surface level. They got the armor. They got
Yes.
the chainmail going.
Tom's
and you're
got
the bard.
his. Yes, that's
Yes.
right. Tom's got his like both his arms on the table,
Right.
and he's giving you piston,
Yeah.
right?
And he's taking his time with the order to really kind of hit on it, I guess I'll have. It's a very alpha move to take your time, right?
Yes.
The nervous beta male will go, I'll just have the burger, medium well, fries. That's fine.
Yeah, Tom's going and the nachos, those are beef or chicken, you know? And I'm like,
taking his
Tom,
time.
relax, all right? This isn't your game.
Dibs, Tom. Dibs.
Dibs,
Yo,
Tom.
saying dibs in front of her would have been so funny.
Dibs,
It's like a Dumb
Tom.
and Dumber move.
I got dibs, Tom.
We talked about this.
And then I say the same thing.
Dibs.
Dibs, Tom. All right, so the nachos, those are beef or chicken. The same line as Tom. So Tom goes, I go, dibs, Tom. Tom goes, okay, so let me just say. So as we're eating, I'm slowly realizing that like this girl's quite fantastic. Okay?
Quite fantastic.
No, it's just like it slowly kind of dawns on me. 1 hour, she knew she was good looking, but then like I'm getting the full, like it's starting to hit me. Because when a waitress comes up to the table, I'm not like ogling. I'm not like scoping her out. I'm like focused on like talking with everyone and like hanging out. So slowly, but
how did you notice? Were Tom and Juan both like? Did you
No.
see that? And you're like, oh, this girl. What? How was her approach? Did she say any? Was she like, hey, how's it going? Or did she say, can I take your order?
Yeah, she was
it very brief?
No, she was very professional.
Right.
Very good at like bringing over stuff. Very attentive. Which I was like, oh, this is
Packed restaurant or no?
No, not pack restaurant. So she's like hanging out behind the bar with her other waitress friend, and her other waitress friend, they're having like a lot of fun. She's smiling, cracking jokes, great smile.
Are they speaking in English behind the bar? Or are they speaking in Spanish?
Tell. I couldn't tell. Probably Spanish. But then I was like, and
She's going dibs. Dibas.
yeah, Dibas. Yeah, Deebs. I wonder what
Dibs.
yeah. What is man? Muchacho es mi.
El hombre.
Es mío. El hombre es
Mío.
Es mío.
Mío.
Yeah, is mine. I don't even know. Como se dice?
No two.
Anywho. So what I know, I'm like, oh, so I start noticing the body a little bit because I'm like, okay, wait, let me like, I go,
You're doing up down. Wait.
No,
let me
because
doing
it's
up down.
this is what I'm saying. Like she's coming up to the table. I'm not like I'm not like checking her out. I was just like starting to notice that she was pretty, coming up to the table a few times. So then I'm like, wow, this girl's like very, very good looking, great body. I'm like, okay, great smile. She's like good energy. I love energy, right? Like very good energy. Then I notice she's reading a fucking paperback. This huge book she's got out. but in between delivering stuff, and I'm like, I really like that, So Tom, aggro, macho, bicep, Luciano, right? He goes as she comes over, because we were having a conversation about something about tallness.
Uh-huh.
He goes to her.
Oh, here we go. Here we go, Luch.
He starts flirting. He goes with a flirty move. He goes, how tall does a guy need to be for you?
Yeah.
So she's like, a couple, and she basically was she was like, oh, well, I definitely would like them to be like taller than me, like a couple inches taller than me.
Yeah.
Which is a reasonable answer, And so we're finishing up our meal, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to get her number.
Yeah.
And they don't know. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. These two guys go outside.
Hold on.
Right? Yeah.
You guys finish up.
Mm-hmm.
This is after the how tall does a guy need to be? Was that during the check?
Yeah, it was like right before the check.
Okay, so this is a Tom Luciano kind of, let me do a
Tom-
last minute.
Yeah.
Let me feel this out last minute before I leave.
Here's the
You know what I mean? It'd be one thing if he started the
Here's what it is. Tom was literally sport fishing. Tom had no interest in her,
he
and
was
I know
doing a
this.
catch and release.
Yes, he was just as how Tom. This is how much of a date aggro Tom. He was just having fun being flirty.
He was practicing.
That's right.
It's not a bad move.
No, it's how you stay fresh.
Right.
And
God.
yeah. He literally had no interest. Yes, God. Yes. And I can give him a little bit of a hockey assist, because by doing that, it sort of opened up the realm for me a little bit.
Right.
Because now we have been a little flirty with her. She was like, ha, 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 it was fun. She was receptive.
Right.
So it kind of did put even a little bit more of a boost, a little bit,
I'd like to point out to the audience, you found her energy and personality attractive first, right? For her,
yes.
For her body.
Yes. Well,
I mean, he said energy and personality like fourth or fifth.
Yeah, I think I said it last. but what I will.
But thanks for the save attempt.
Yeah. For the audience, what I will say.
You can edit it and reword the phrasing
Yeah. Well, I'm not scared. Men are very attracted physically. Well, I'll wait for you, Miller.
Go.
No, I can't, because I got to work off you.
Sorry, that was very unprofessional. I'm very sorry.
You can do that. You just got to give me a break.
It was an irrelevant text, too. It was irrelevant.
You got
Janine called me.
Janine.
I'm not even joking.
Dude, clip it. By the way, I saw Janine yesterday. I think he'd love if we clipped. Yes. I was hanging with Janine just yesterday.
Yeah, he's a good cat.
Janine called me. Hold on. Let me take this. Nah, I will say this. Men, we are very attracted initially physically to the opposites, to women.
Yeah.
There is also energy and personality, but like to be like we don't, I do think, or I've noticed there is somewhat of a trend. You'll sort of see women care a little bit more about other things or prioritize them more than, not all women, but like somewhat you'll see like, oh, he's nice, oh, he's this. It's like
that's what they say.
That's right. But then you see women, and if they're good looking, they're mostly with good looking guys.
Light travels quicker than sound. It's the first thing you see.
Right.
It's your first impression.
Oh, I love that.
It's unless you're doing a blind dating site.
Yes.
Then obviously you get attracted to their features.
But this is what happened, Pat. Yes.
Before their energy.
So this is what happened, though, and that's a great point. What happens then is she becomes even more attractive because of her. So then it's actually like, oh no, she's actually hot, because if she's also like this, if she's also nice, and gracious.
She turns from hot to beautiful.
Yes, and she has a great smile, and she's laughing with her friends, and like it's like people want to be around her. That's awesome. Then it's a different level because now it's not like you have a cold-hearted fox. That's not as attractive to me.
Yeah.
It's just not. I'm attracted to empathy and warm people. So I was like, yeah. Unless it's a cold-hearted fox, I can give my credit card to.
Right.
So I'm like, what were we talking about? We were talking about with Luch.
Luch,
right.
yes.
So Luch was just not even Luch's type. Again, I found out afterward. Luch tells me, hey, that wasn't my type. And he goes, I knew that was your speed because I've told Luch.
He's pretending like he's doing you all these favors. He goes, listen, Hardy, I was analyzing everything the entire time. Why do you think I asked her how tall a man needs to be? If not to give you the assist. He goes, you think I'm an idiot?
That's right.
I'm going to start taking credit for things that I have no business taking credit for.
Tom is like the guy at the end of the movie that reveals everything, like Kaiser Soze. Yeah. You had no idea that I saw every move.
Yes. Why do you think we went to this Mexican restaurant that I chose?
That's right. Why do you think we both started stand-up? Why do you think we've been doing this for 6 years?
Why do you think I played baseball at Duke?
Clip.
That's do you think 12, dude. This is all one clip.
Why do you think I played baseball at Duke?
To get muscles to attract her to come over.
So
because if I didn't have my muscles, her friend would have given us the service.
Yes. So that you could get her number and then never text her.
Yeah, so we
14 years.
We gotta get to the meat.
Yeah.
Because this is the true meat.
No, nothing's really happening. So
exactly.
I know.
Exactly. That's why it's the meat.
So no, I know in general since then, but so Tom.
Boy, I'm tired, man.
Yeah, Tom goes. Tom tells me later he knew it was my. Okay.
He goes 673. He guesses her area code. 673.
929, right? Listen, don't call her yet.
Swingers, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it's New York. He's like,
no,
listen.
they go 805, and he goes, no, 213, and they all go, nice. Right?
Yes.
It was like to see whether it was a Valley girl or like a...
That's the best if you know the area code.
Yeah.
So Tom gives me and then at that time I was actually, just to let people know, I was a little nervous because I had texted her. Well, we'll get there. I had texted her and she hadn't said anything.
Right. I mean, we're gonna spend 20 minutes on texting.
Yeah, I've been getting to get back. I mean, we might have to split this in two. I hadn't even been
to be continued.
Yeah. So okay, so there I am. I go to the bathroom, and I failed on an initial attempt I had. Not like a big fail, but like the universe sort of gave me a moment, and I kind of squandered it, but it was like, okay, I still have an opportunity here, but that was a bad look.
This is post-check?
Yes. So...
They've left. Tom and Juan are gone.
Tom and Juan have gone to the left, which is where the door is, and I've gone right to the bathroom. And as I'm
do you say anything to these guys before going?
No. I go, all right.
You're not like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I think I said, yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll see you guys out there. You know, like on the other side. I'll be a new man.
You might not see me ever again. This might be goodbye. They both salute you and walk away.
You may never see me again. Yeah, they both like notice, like, you know, the goodbye in the movie where like, you know, there's something a little more to it.
Yeah.
Someone's like, hey man, I just want you to know, like, I love you, man.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
All right, you're going to the bathroom?
Yeah, I thought you were going
All
to the.
right.
Hey, Tom, Juan. I'm going to the bathroom. You know?
The bathroom?
Oh.
All right. I'll see you around.
That's it, yeah. I'll see you
I'm
around.
gonna put that in my acting reel. This podcast.
That was a
That would
good
be
one.
great.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Guys, I'll see you outside.
They're like, we don't like you, but your co-host. Can we grab him?
Yeah. Dude, so okay, so I turn and here's the flub, right? Little do I know, she's like clearing some dishes right at the turn. No one's around. It was like Spotlight. It was like a Damien Chazelle movie.
Right.
It was just like dark and
Whiplash,
like
for those of you that.
yes, and a First Man and La La
Right.
Land. It was everything went quiet, and I was like, wait a tick, and we literally had to walk by each other in like a squeeze fashion. And I wasn't ready. I wanted to get in the bathroom first.
I feel like I'm tearing up right now. The amount of emotions that just
yes.
went through my body as you described that. The seconds turned into hours.
Yes. Everything slowed
My
down.
hands are clamming, dude.
Dude,
I feel like I'm in it.
everything slowed down, and I went to do the kind of side, and I was like, we looked each other right in the eye, and I was like, oh, hey. And
That's what you said?
Yeah, I didn't have anything because I wasn't ready. And in my head, I'm going, oh, I'm supposed to ask for the number.
No way.
I'm not, no, Matt. So, but
She's like, we've already done the
I know.
greetings.
I know. So then I knew. I was like, okay, you know what? That was like, I lost the rebound there.
So you go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Now you're in the bathroom.
Here's the thing, though. She did smile. I was like, okay, I already knew the connection was there. Now I know again, which is annoying. I could have asked right there, but I do know that it's there because, like, she was like,
Right.
yeah, hi. So now I'm in the bathroom and I'm like, all right. Now I have to. I can't flub, miss, and go on with my life. I might not recover. I got sets all week. I can't have my confidence this low.
Life comes down to these moments. I'm telling you, as much as it's the smallest little thing to most people, these moments.
This is right.
Where
Yes.
part of you is like, I need, and then everything else in your body is saying, don't do it.
That's right. Don't do it.
Right. All the systems, all your nervous systems, your 3 million years of natural selection are saying, don't do this. This is risky. This is what it comes down to. Powering through.
That's right.
I picture you in this moment looking at yourself in the mirror in the bathroom, right?
Yes.
Giving yourself like a pep talk.
Yeah.
Splashing water on her face. She's like, why are you sweating after the bathroom?
I definitely did a little.
Yeah, why are you so...
Yeah, like Ace
You have
Ventura.
your shirt off. You're
Woo! Yeah. I come out. So I did do
It's
a little
clogged.
mirror. I did a yeah. Do not go in there. I did a little mirror pep. I did, but you know what I did do too? I didn't want to do. I go, don't stay in. I go, don't think. Don't stay in here. Don't stay in here. This is not what we're doing. Leave. So I leave, and now I'm walking, and I'm going, I don't even know if I'm doing this. I still felt like I wasn't doing it. I was like tricking my brain. I was like, you're not doing this. And I turned the corner, and because I felt like I wasn't doing this, what I said initially was a little odd. I go, excuse me? Excuse me. That's how I said at start. I was just like,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Stop the clock.
Yeah. It was kind of an odd approach.
Did you not make fun of me like 5 or 6 episodes for saying excuse me to a girl earlier? Did you not? When I was at
Probably.
David's Cafe,
Probably.
I tapped the desk. I go, excuse me. And you go, what did you do?
Bro, I feel I'm on the other side. I'm the big hypocrite right now because that's what came out of my mouth.
Right.
I just was like, excuse me. I was like, excuse me.
And she looks at you. She goes, "Are you going to do it?"
Well, I was telling Tom what I think what happened was because of the tone, I think she thought like maybe I left my hat behind or like something was wrong with the check.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't in a hit-on tone. It was in like it was still in clientele tone.
Right.
Because she was like, she had her back turned. So I was like, excuse me. Excuse me. So she's like, yeah. She was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, my God. And now my tone has to shift. And I was like, oh, what was your name? Right? I just go in. I was like, what's your name? And she was like, Maria. I was like, oh, my name's Matt. Nice to meet you. And she was like, oh, yeah, nice to meet you. I was like, listen, we do comedy around here on Sundays, right? This is this.
Rewind! Rewind! This is
Clip it!
Dude, we're going to get... Dude,
This is the Schwartz episode, too.
Yes, dude.
Well, you got to use it.
I was at David's Cafe. I said,
Yes.
excuse me. I go, I do comedy shows. And I get
Yes.
in my car, and you were making fun of me. It was
But
all
no, but I said it was a
cringy.
good move.
Oh, my God.
It was
all
still,
such losers.
That's the truth. So, no, but I remember what I'm saying is like I was just trying to orient. I did say introduce yourself. I think because you never introduced yourself.
Sure. All right. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that was one thing. But I was like, but yes, you're Tobin, you're way better at it than you think you are. I'm probably
Well, now that you're doing what I'm doing, you have to say that. Like now, because you do it,
Well,
you're like,
no.
no, that was a great move. Like you're trying to convince yourself.
No, because I probably need to cool it with the zings on you. I was actually coming from a loving place.
No,
I don't actually think you're very
have
bad
no-
at it.
No, I have no.
I think you're quite.
Listen,
Yes.
I have. Well, how'd you put it? I have no self-consciousness in this department.
Okay, fine. So I'm like, we just came from doing some comedy. I'm trying to orient. I was like, my name's Matt. We just came from doing some comedy. Like, we're around here on Sundays. Like, I was wondering if you wanted to get something to eat or do something, if I could get your number, you know.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, why not? Right? Like, she put her in, and she gave me her phone. So then
How did she give it to you, on the flip phone, or did she pull out a napkin?
No, she showed me her contact info, and then I had to pull out my flip phone.
What do you mean, on a card, or she
No, in her
pulled out
phone.
her phone?
In her phone. She was like, showed me her phone.
Okay.
So her like number was in her phone.
Right.
And then I pulled out my flip phone and like was inputting, and she was like, whoa, what? No way. You know, what the hell? She's like, why the hell do you have
And she pulls
that?
out a flip phone. She goes, I just use this one because people get mad. You know?
Yeah.
People think I'm a loser.
That would be
Did you ask her what she was reading?
Yeah, so this is where it's going. So
Right.
like I bought the flip phone. She's like, why do you have that? And I'm like, well, I've had it for a long time. I just don't like the distraction. And then she's like, oh, well, I'm reading this book about distractions and habits. And she shows me the cover. She's like, I love that. Like, I've been trying to like not look at this thing so much, you know? And I'm like, that's why I
What
do
book
it.
is it? Do you
It
remember?
was some book. It was like, I was like, I love stuff like that. Self-growth, self-improvement. And then I showed her back pocket. This is why you pee back, people. Paperback, always in the back pocket. Swipe out. Essentialism, the book I'm reading right now. And she was like, oh, what's this? You know? I was like, yeah, it's like a self-help, self-improvement type
You
of
go, as a
book.
matter of fact, what are you doing right now?
Yeah. So that's what I say. I go, hey.
Actually,
I go, hey, you know, when we hang out, maybe we can talk about, you know, maybe we can talk about books, you know, as we
Yeah,
talk
get a
about
little
this.
set list going.
Yeah. So she was like, okay, great. Yada yada. I bounce. I do my I walk outside. I'm like, and I'm thinking these guys
you
are
tap,
gonna.
you tap
I'm
the top of the
thinking-
doorway on the way out.
I come outside and punch Juan in the face. I tap the doorway. I walk out, and I'm thinking I'm thinking there's gonna be like a huddle, a cheer,
Right.
And I'm gonna be like, and they're like, dude, what's going on? Oh my god, nothing said. So I'm like, I'm not saying anything, and we're walking for like half a block, and I'm like, when are these two baboons gonna acknowledge? So finally, I go, I got that girl's number, like out loud, and they were like, oh yeah, you did. oh yeah, I saw that. And Tom was like, oh, that was great.
They didn't bring it up?
No, they had no.
Well, losers.
I was like, it was like another day in fucking the park.
Well, that's what you're dealing with with those two assholes.
I know, but then they were pumped up for me. They were like, oh, that's great. And that's when I got the beginning, I felt, I immediately felt kindred spirits with you because I texted Matt to her number.
Right.
And there I am.
And immediately.
Sitting with nothing back. And now it's 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And I'm like,
immediately after
should
texting Matt, you're like, fuck.
What should I do?
Did you have that? Where
that's
after you texted Matt, you're like, what? Why did I text even Matt? I should have thought a little longer about what I was going to text.
Anything. Or now I'm wondering, do I have the right number?
Yeah. Well,
because I was plugging this in as I'm talking to her and doing things, and now she hasn't confirmed a text. So I'm going, Tom, what about a confirmed text from her? And he goes, you got to stop. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm Miller right now. I immediately became the guy, and I'm like, oh, right. Stop. I was like, whoa, right back. So I stop, and then I get a Maria text like 10 minutes later.
See, once you stop thinking about it, you get the text.
Yep. And now,
so where does it stand now? Just Maria?
Yeah, I hadn't said anything.
You haven't replied?
No.
God, you're so much smoother than me, dude.
No, but I'm probably going to say something
I'd be
today
trying
or
to set something up.
I will be. I was going to actually, I'm glad you brought it up today.
It's been a full week.
That's what I'm saying. I was going to say, hey, what's your week look like this week?
I know, but that's the boss move.
Yeah.
Because now she's thinking.
Miller clipping.
She's thinking to herself, she goes, when is this guy going to text me? He wouldn't. In her head,
now.
she's on the back. She's probably talking to her stewardess friend or whatever the call it. She goes, this guy texted me, Matt. He wouldn't have texted me Matt if he wasn't interested in meeting, right?
Yeah,
and now they're talking through all these situations. They're like, well, he also has a flip phone.
He's also a lunatic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like now they're on the defensive. You're the lion.
Yes.
You are the lion. They're the gazelle.
Listen, Tom gave me we were in the subway, he said it to me, and I'll give it to you. Loser. I'll give it to you. I'll hand it to you. Because I'm using it now, and I think Tom's right on this. Tom, we love you. Juan, we love you. Tom said, I really am only going to text if it's to schedule.
Right.
Boss.
I mostly do that.
That's boss. You don't need, I don't know her well enough even to start up a random, hey, how was your day? That's just weird. We don't know each other like that.
Right.
So just go.
But I'll do a text the day after if I had fun. I'll say, hey, I had a lot of fun last, something like that.
All right, it's kind of like a thank you note.
Yeah.
But I do think limiting it to scheduling is pretty dope.
I've always said I have always said you can only fuck up by texting.
Yes.
You can only fuck up.
You can only fuck up.
Because things aren't.
That's right.
There's no, you can't see their body language. You can't see,
you read
into things.
Imagine if I'd been
Look at where I am, dude. I'm a madman. I've been a madman for the past week.
The fog of war.
The fog of war is slowly lifting. It's slowly lifting.
We're calling this the fog of war. Dude, what do you think? Where do you think I would?
No, we're saying Hardy got a number.
Yeah. Look, imagine.
We should put her number as the episode number. 804 dash.
Or Hardy bounces back, I'd like to say, too, by the way.
Right.
Let's think about...
The return of the Sith.
Think about if I had been texting her all week. I would be in a disaster zone right now. You'd be like, hey, what'd you text her? I'd be like, well, at first I texted her, hey, it was great to meet. And then I texted her, hey, what was that book again? And then I texted her, and she didn't text me for that.
I'm sick to my stomach, the naivete that I've been performing at. The level is elementary.
I'll tell you what.
I even brought up. I've been doing.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
We're just yelling at each other at the end of this episode.
What camera am I looking at?
You go, then I go, and we'll finish up.
So I've been doing this joke about texting, right?
Yes.
And I was at the Tiny Cupboard last night. I was doing a spot, and I did this. I did that joke where I go, you're not supposed to text immediately. You're supposed to wait like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
And there was a girl there was a girl in the audience, and she goes, "No." She goes, "Text back immediately." And I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." And I go, "Well, no offense, we're not texting."
Yes, that's right. That was probably funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was gonna say, I was gonna say.
I like zinged her for like being a good person.
Well, also she's a one like guys are dealing with this more. So what I will
hasn't texted me. Fuck.
What I will say is I
checked the
did
phone.
come outside to the two suave guys going, "Hey guys, just want you to know, I just want you to be on alert that I still got a nice little game over here. All right? I just wanted you two to know. You two, you do all your dates.
Oh, you're saying, yeah.
I didn't
You've
tell
still
you
got it.
nothing. I just grabbed a quick number at our late lunch and kept it smooth, and we're moving. So you two
You're
need
saying you're
to,
Jordan on the Wizards. You
That's-
made a comeback.
that's
and
what
you
I'm
put
saying.
up 50 points.
That's what I'm saying. And I know those two guys were going, we kind of just got sunned a little bit.
You put up 50.
Because
You put up 50 points on
That's
pump
right.
fakes and hook shots.
That's right. And they're like, wait, isn't that our move? Like, what? Wait, weren't we supposed to? And I was just, don't worry about
I got
it,
a great
fellas.
I got a great one little ditty for you off pod.
Yeah.
It's a
Patreon.
good little ditty, and I don't know if I should even tell you about it.
Well, subscribe.
Boom, crisp hour. How many?
So many clips.
Yeah, Patty clips. This is we got to clip like 12 more.
Patty Clips destroys it. Give it up for Patty Clips. Goodbye.